What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, Chris was watching Fox 5 Atlanta. So, I'm watching Atlanta 5 News. He put up a post while watching Atlanta 5 News. You good, bro? He put up a post while watching Atlanta 5 News, and this is what the brother put up. He says, this dummy called the cops himself to get a prostitute arrested for violence on him and ends up getting charged with pimping and human trafficking. Then he put up this, take this L. Think about that. Let me rewind this back one more time. This is Unbiased. Unbiased was watching Fox 5 Atlanta News. While watching Fox 5 Atlanta News, somehow it came across that a guy who was a pimp called the police on a prostitute to arrest her for violence that was put on him, only to then be charged with pimping and human trafficking. Then he put up, take this L. Okay, hold on, let me get this correct. The nerve of you out of all people, things like this you should stay away from. You should not be blogging on. You should not be reporting on. You should not be saying, here's the problem with what you're doing. Here's the problem with what you're doing. Think about that. Here's a raper man who raped 5 women. No, he raped 4 women and assaulted another 3. 7 women in all. But you have the nerve. You got the nerve to be saying how a person should take this L for being so foolish and stupid on actually calling the cops on prostitutes while being a pimp, only to then be the one charged with pimping and human trafficking when, brother, you raped 4 women. Like, this is what I be saying about this dude, man. This dude literally mentally got something wrong with him. Man, you have to have something wrong with you mentally, man. You don't even see how foolish these things be concerning you, bro. You don't even see that. I'm just keeping it 100. You don't even see that, bro. You don't even see how it actually makes you look bad, man. Especially when you actually calling out other people's lives who are in a better situation than you. Let's say this man is being charged with pimping and human trafficking. He's still in a better situation than you. You have 6 felony rape charges. 2 of your charges is life. 2 of the 6 charges that you charge with carries life. Carries life. Think about that. Like, bro, it's like, I don't get you, man. I don't get you. You are arrogant, prideful raper man, bro. Like, you would figure this world is terrible. You would figure if you were raping all these women like you have, you charged with it, you've been indicted on it, you would have a low profile, you would stay off this internet, and you wouldn't be bringing any type of attention to yourself. But that's not the case with you. When it comes to you, you just sit there, bro, and you actually arrogantly act as though you're not doing nothing, or you don't have none of these charges on you, or you're not facing trial, or you don't have no victims. That's what you act like. You act like you have none of that. When in reality, bro, you terrible, man. Something wrong with you, man. And rightfully so. Something definitely is wrong with you. Mentally, you have to not be right. You are what we call a functioning retard. What I mean by he's a functioning retard. Psychologically, something is literally definitely wrong with him, or you wouldn't be raping all these women, okay? You wouldn't have all these rape cases and charges on you. So we know that something is wrong with you. But you are a functioning retard because even though mentally wise, you're psychologically off balance, you still know how to cross the street without getting hit. You know how to drive and know the traffic signals and signs by which you can get back and forth. Even though you're psychologically off balance, you know how to get a job and function, but you still not mentally there. So you a functioning retard. You know how to function in society while at the same time being a retard. I don't get you, man. Like, bro, this is one of the, your case should open up a lot of people's eyes that you never judge a book by its cover. That's what your case reminds me of. You was a guy in battle rap who a lot of people didn't think would be capable of doing such heinous, gruesome crimes against women like you did. No one believed this. That was one of the things that still got people just reasoning with themselves right now. They couldn't believe you would actually be capable of doing what you did to them women that was told about you, that came out of those documents and paperwork. Crazy thing about that, that's how mostly all serial killers was. From Richard Speck to John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, them, when people see them, they look harmless. They look like they're not capable of doing them type of things that's being said about them. You'd be like, wow, dude was doing all that. He appeared to be so innocent, so harmless, so nice. And all along, y'all monsters. And all along, y'all monsters. And you got away with it for a long time. The nerve of you, bro. Like, I don't get you, man. You shouldn't be trying to talk about nobody's lives when you have the worst life. Like, bro, like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? I just want to ask you that question. Why do you do that? Why do you pretend to be tough when you know you're not? Why do you pretend to have money when you know you don't? Why you try to make it seem like you're better than others when you're not? Why do you make it seem like you got it all together when you don't? Like, what is wrong with you, brother? Why do you do the things that you do by which this always come back to you? How you not paying attention to your situation? How aren't you understanding this? Some things you should leave alone. Let me tell you something. When you came back to battle rap, bro, just stick to recaps and predictions. When you get off that and start addressing personal things, you need to examine your life and the things that's actually going on in your life and be reminded of the things that's being said about you. You terrible, bro. You have real victims that came out against you. You really have 6 charges by which you actually being charged with. You really facing life in prison without parole. And you 50 years old, bro. Living in your mama house. You can't afford to spend no money because you have to pay off your lawyers and you need money to follow you when you get sentenced in prison. You don't have the legs to talk about anybody, bro. You really don't. You out of all people, the nerve of you, bro. Everything falling apart in your life. Your wife left. They talking about you work at McDonald's. That's another thing, man. Why do all these rapists and pedophiles, why y'all hang out at McDonald's? What the hell? What is up with McDonald's? What is in the damn McDonald's trays and sandwiches and juices that these raper men and pedophiles believe that this is the place to hang out? Is it because it's a place where children love to go, and mothers love to take their children. So this is the spot where y'all do y'all crimes at. This is the spot where y'all really prey on people and find them out. This is where y'all do y'all research at. This is where y'all do y'all homeworks and plot out your next victims and McDonald's parking lots and playgrounds. I can't stand McDonald's. I didn't used to like it then. I hate it now, seeing that this is the place where y'all like to gather and go. Why do they do that? Or do y'all like reliving your innocent years of whatever probably happened to you? Is that why a lot of these grown folks who rape and molest children, is this why y'all like going to McDonald's? Because y'all remember when y'all was once innocent and somebody may have hurt you? Because usually that's what happens when you raping and molesting. You probably went through that as a child. And I hate that that is so for so many people. But you cannot allow your past to make you a victim. Don't allow your past to make you a victim. Come out of that and fight. And be an advocate for those who actually suffer and go through them things. Be a voice for it. Don't allow when you got victimized because you was young and wasn't able to fight it off. Don't allow your oppressor and the person who victimized you to still have power over your life, seeing that you've grown and can do something about it now. When so many people end up repeating the cycle. We must stop the revolving doors. Stop the revolving doors. Brother, I urge you, man, you please get up out of that spirit, Chris. That is a bad spirit to have, and you don't see how it have destroyed your life. It have destroyed your life. You are a bona fide hater. Think about your spirit. You have a hating, destroying spirit. You hate women, and that's why you had a joy and pleasure out of taking them against their will. Threatening them. You wanted to see the fear in their eyes when you threatened to kill them if they didn't allow you to do whatever you wanted to do to them. You was attracted and turned on by the fear you saw in their eyes, by the words you heard come out of their mouth when they plead for their life. You are the true definition of a coward. I have no respect for you because you wouldn't have did those things to men. You have no recorded record of doing no type of harm or violence to no type of man. But yet you got a long track record of doing it to women. I don't have no respect for you. None at all. And I believe you are a failure to life, and it is showing off in your life. And you deserve whatever's going to happen to you, brother. You out of all people shouldn't be speaking about nobody. Nobody at all in no type of way. But yet you always try to make it your business and you jump on any opportunity you can to speak out on things egregious as this when you just as guilty or even worse. When you just as guilty or even worse. Like, bro, you don't have the legs to talk about anybody. Anybody. What are you talking about? You've been exposed on every level. On every level. There is not a person in battle rap that got it worse than you. Not one. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about here? Get it together. Get it together. Then I hate, another thing I hate about you, you always try to act like you the victim. You always try to act like you being wrong, the mistreated, or being done unfairly. And why people talking about my case? Why they saying this about me? Why they putting this on me? Because it's true. What's not true, Chris? Do you not have multiple women accusing you of raping them and taking them against their will that you have been charged with? Do you not have that? Do you not have that? What's not true about you? You're not on your way to trial? That's not true. You're not on bond right now? That's not true. You haven't been indicted by a grand jury by which you have 6 felony rape charges on you? That's not true. What's not true, Chris? What's not true? That you don't live at your mama house? That's true. What's not true? That you don't really own no trucking company business? What's not true, Chris? That you work at McDonald's? What's not true? What is being said about you that's not true? Break it down. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Like, get it together, man. Get it together. And stop thinking, why would anybody be jealous of you for? That's what I don't get. You should never fix your mouth to say that. Why would anybody be jealous that they ain't on their way to prison? Who would be jealous of that? Who would be jealous of a 50-year-old man that don't have no money, that live in the basement of his mama? You really do. These ain't no jokes. I'm pretty sure she ain't got you upstairs in no damn bedroom. You definitely in the basement, out of the way of all her company and other family members that come over who know the damn monster you are. So you definitely ain't walking around the house freely. Every time we saw you at the house, what you doing? You in the basement doing your blogs, because that's your setup. And what he do, y'all? He walk right up them stairs and go right out of the door that lead right to outside. He in the basement, and the basement door lead right outside, where you have no dealings with nobody in that large big house. That's just a fact. So come on, that's clear. So what's not true? That's what I'm trying to say. What's not true when that's actually being said about you that no one can deny? No one can deny that. And even in the process of understanding everything you've been dealing with, everything you've been faced with, all this stuff been going on for years of your up and coming trial, how do you fix your mouth to ever say anybody is jealous of you when everybody's life is better off than yours? I need to understand that. That don't make no sense to me. Like, it's like you're just talking and trying to make yourself to be something that you know you're really not. That's what you're doing. You're making yourself to be something that you're really not. In the process of thinking that you are somebody, at the same time knowing you fighting a criminal case that's going to send you to prison for the rest of your life because you weren't anybody. You weren't anybody to the point of all the women that you were raping that filed charges on you had no idea who you was. Not one of them. Until you got arrested and they got your DNA and ran it through the system. When running your DNA through the system, that's when they found out who you was, and they still didn't know who you was. No one knew you was a blogger and battle rap with a big fan base. Nobody knew that. But battle rap ain't really big when compared to what this internet really is. So even though you may have been large in the battle rap community, you wasn't large in life to the point where you was known that you try to tell people about. Everybody in Atlanta know me. I'm the one who throw the parties. I'm the one who throw these bashes. And come to find out, none of that was true. You lied to the whole community. You didn't even have no parties, no after-hour sets, no bashes, no clubs, like you were saying when these women was lying on you when you raped them, talking about it was all consensual and y'all was just having parties. None of the paperwork says that in no type of way on none of the women. Not one of the women that's accused you of raping them. Not one of those women have any of that mentioned in their incidents with you. That there was any type of party, that there was any type of bashes, that there was any type of get together and parties that was consensual when y'all agreed to have sex. None of that was true. None of that. You can't even produce a document saying that. I give you one better. Produce a document saying of any of the victims, from Karen White to Kiera to Shannon, where anything in the club happened with them. Anyone. Produce that document like you said in your documentary, that you was throwing a party that week, your DJ took your car. Show any proof of that in any type of way, in any type of transcript. I give you $1,000, and it's not even a bet. I'm going to freely give you $1,000. It's not a bet. Let me say this one more time, people, so because y'all don't be listening, y'all don't be paying attention, y'all just jump out the window. Listen, it's not a bet. This is not a bet where you stand to lose anything. I'm going to freely give you $1,000 if you can present any type of paperwork from those victims saying that they were at some type of club with you, arranging and setting up an after set in some type of way, like you said in your documentary, where it was consensual. You can't produce that. You can't produce, and we know you need the money, so don't try to act like you don't need it. So get up out of here. You shouldn't be saying nothing about nobody, because everybody's life is better off than yours. You need to just be quiet and shut up. If you got all this stuff on you, bro, don't come to the internet trying to address people's personal lives. Just stick to the concept and matter at hand of the community you in. Recaps and predictions. Do your untold truths. But when you start breaking down people's personal lives and you want to say how people ain't this and ain't that and ain't got that and they bums and they losers and all this stuff, bro, you out of pocket, because everybody's life is better off than yours, okay? No one cares about a 50-year-old man who live in his mama's basement, who facing life in prison for raping women because, and you was a married man and your wife left you. Like, bro, come on with these games, bro. Stop with these games, man. At this point, this is stupid. This is stupid. It has no weight. It has no power. This is stupid. It's retarded, okay? Like, get it together. Get it together. Hold on. Anyway, this your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's in question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.